What is poppin', boys and girls? It's Prof here. Welcome back to the classroom. I appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with me here today. If you're new here or don't know, I love everything scary and everything thriller, so I have to talk about Run. It's directed by Anish Changati. His first film appearance garnered 1 million views in one day on YouTube, but he's only directed one other full-length film, Searching with John Cho, which grossed $75 million with less than a $1 million budget. If you haven't seen it, take the time, it's really good. So expectations were high with Sarah Paulson at the lead, who I just love. And there is no way you can convince me that American Horror Story would have become the same powerhouse that it is without her. Make sure you subscribe, take attendance to the classroom, put on some hand sanitizer, and backhand that noti bell for all my latest content. No, go ahead. I'll give you a second. Goodbye. And if you are new here, spoilers.
Hands up, ready, I need all that. Ready, throw it in the bag. I need all that.
The opening scene is Sarah Paulson having complications at childbirth. The child seems to survive with a cut to black with a few diseases I'll put on the screen real quick if you'd like to pause and read it. So Sarah Paulson is playing Diane, and we see her attending a homeschool association meeting. Her daughter Chloe is in a wheelchair from birth complications and the other diseases that were put on the screen earlier, and the other parents are far more concerned than Diane for Chloe for leaving and going to college. I'll just let her say it.
I've been taking care of Chloe for 17 years. And in all that time, I haven't traveled, gone out, or dated. And she's going somewhere where she gets to do all of that and more. So, yeah, I feel goddamn great.
Cut to Chloe in the morning doing her daily routine, and it's obviously clear that she can take care of herself. And it's clear from a simple breakfast that Chloe and Diane care about each other. The chemistry in between Kira Allen and Sarah Paulson is. However, Chloe is anxiously awaiting college letters which she hasn't received yet, which is fishy because she's seen to be building her own robotics by hand. At the end of the first night of us seeing them, Diane goes downstairs and starts watching baby videos of Chloe and drinking wine, which is just weird. When the screen flashes to the TV, you briefly catch Chloe walking, and you might be thinking at first, did I miss something? Just a red flag. But we'll get there. The next day, Diane comes back from the grocery store and Chloe goes to sneak some chocolate. She has to sneak it, she's diabetic if you didn't read the screen. And she finds a prescription for Diane and puts it back without saying anything. But lo and behold, that night, Diane tells her she has a new medication and tries to give it to her. Chloe is courageous, and so she brings it up and calls her out on her bullshit. And Diane tries to straight up Neo the question and straight up lies to Chloe.
Your name was on the prescription.
My name was on the receipt.
But it was
Looped around the side. Yeah, that's where they put the receipt.
Anyone who's ever got a prescription knows that's not how it works. Wait, hasn't Chloe been taking medications her whole life? So wouldn't she know that? Like I said earlier, Chloe is smart and she builds stuff, so she grabs the pills with a mechanical arm that she's made, which is pretty dope. Right as she grabs the pills, the mail comes and she tries to hustle downstairs, but Diane just got home and beats her to the mail. However, when Diane departs the doorway, Chloe notices that she left the car on and keys in. I mean, even the door is binging. Okay, calm down, Belichick. You got enough red flags to throw, we're on to you. Chloe goes to examine the pill bottle in her room and it's her name on the bottle. But Diane tried to bamboozle Chloe and she's a little smarter than that, so Chloe peels off the tab and it's the same prescription with Diane's name on it, just a little scratched off. Chloe doesn't say anything, but she stops taking the pill, and that night, she rolls downstairs after Diane goes to sleep to look up what the pill is. But the Wi-Fi isn't on. The sight of Diane behind Chloe as Chloe goes to check the pill information literally had me clenching my cheeks so tight that my ass was numb. Dear other movies, this is how you build tension without jump scares, which has become a thriller and horror trope so far gone that it's not even just a crutch but the whole damn chair while these lazy ass directors just sit down and roll in the money. That was my one wheelchair joke, by the way. Just shut the fuck up. Be nitpicking, but if Chloe came down the stairs this way and has to go back up the stairs this way, wouldn't she see Diane sitting there in the kitchen like she's prepping for a jump scare? Just posted like Paranormal Activity. Nothing to see here. Cut to the morning and Diane is going off on customer service and she kind of tries to bait Chloe.
How did you know that was about the internet?
I used the computer last night
When?
while you were asleep.
What were you looking up?
Why my printer keeps dying. I was trying to fix the module board, but it might just need a better nozzle.
Does it?
I don't know, there wasn't internet.
The mind games that Chloe and Diane are playing are real. So the $1 million question is, what is the pill that Diane is trying to give Chloe? Chloe sneaks to use the phone while Diane is outside watering the garden, and she calls the pharmacy to try and figure out what the pills are. The pharmacist picks up, however, and recognizes their number and thinks it's Diane, so Chloe has to hang up. Chloe uses one of her lifelines to phone a friend, but she doesn't have any friends, which is just sad. What I don't get is, this has never been a red flag for anybody, including Chloe, before. You have no friends or family to call when your mom starts to go all Casey Anthony on you. How has this never come up? This time she dials a random phone number and picks up with a guy who's clearly having some girlfriend problems.
Baby, I see you peeking through the window. Listen, I told you, Paula is just a friend.
She convinces the stranger to look up the pill that she's been saving, and it's obviously not what Diane told her it was. Chloe, knowing something's up, asks Diane to see a movie, and it's not until they get there you realize that the pharmacy is across the street from the movie theater. So Chloe drinks her entire soda and uses their excuse to go to the bathroom and whips it across the street to the pharmacy. And once again, Chloe shows her resourcefulness, being able to bamboozle the people in line and get in front, and the pharmacist, who is at first trying to withhold confidential information. Turns out the medicine is lidocaine, which is a medicine for dog discomfort. Chloe asks the pharmacist what will happen if a human takes it, and...
And what would happen if you gave a human being lidocaine?
I suppose your legs could go numb?
I mean, we obviously know that as the audience by now, but I can't imagine how that would feel. Chloe starts having an asthma attack, which is understandable. I mean, news like that'll take your breath away. I don't understand this pharmacist, though. These two just came in and caused a big-ass scene, and this young girl comes in like this.
Why?
Meaning?
I know what confidential means.
And accuses her mother of giving her pills that can contribute to her staying in a wheelchair. And you don't call anyone? Okay. Fuck off. But Diane stabs her with some unknown substance and she passes out. Diane starts desperately trying to cover her tracks, knowing that Chloe has found out the truth, even going as far as to message her doctor that she's going into hallucinations because of her medicine. Then right in the same browser, she Googles household neurotoxins. You know they can figure that out, right? We just saw you check your email. You signed into Chrome. Hello? Chloe wakes up and the door is locked. Chloe, obviously not wanting to end up a prisoner, she gears up like she's Agent 47, checks her sugars and makes sure her level's right before she can make her getaway. But I don't get about this scene. She holds water in her mouth while bringing multiple extension cords to heat up what looks like a straightener, and you think that she's gonna do some Batman shit. No, she just breaks the glass. Even more so, Chloe is very aware of her conditions, and the movie goes the extra mile to show you that she is. But she makes her job so much harder trying to play spit it out as she's trying to make it across the roof.
Baggage roll.
Obviously exhausted for turning the difficulty up for no reason, she begins to have an asthma attack once she makes it inside the house. And she doesn't have her inhaler on her. Once again, she's aware of her condition. The movie even showed her checking her sugars and getting her levels together before she left in the first place. Why wouldn't she bring her inhaler? Anyway, she ends up making it to her inhaler and self-revs. Diane is still one step ahead though.
That means two things.
And Diane has busted the lift, so Chloe just takes the expressway. Shaken and obviously a little hurt, with some newfound motivation after seeing her toes move, she pulls herself up and tries to make her getaway and runs into the mailman. Or, he almost runs into her. Mailman Tom tries to hide Chloe, but Diane pulls up. Diane wants to check on her, but Tom isn't having it since Chloe told him what was going on. Diane tries to manipulate Mailman Tom. Roll the Karen memes.
Wait a second. Let's see what they think. My young daughter was found by you, an adult man.
Wait a minute, play that back.
Said that you heard her, but she just looks really bad.
And now you won't let me talk to her?
What the fuck, nigga? You's a goofy ass nigga, bruh.
I don't think she get it.
But he's like, nah, bitch, I've seen the first 48.
I can't.
I hate these characters in movies that do the right thing at the wrong time, because as soon as they make the right decision in this kind of movie, we know they're not making it out of the gulag. If I were to quote the Birdman.
The people in these films make stupid decisions all the time, because if they didn't, there would be no film. When they say
they don't transgress,
They can't be punished.
what they're actually saying is, if people don't make dumb decisions, there wouldn't be a movie.
Tom gets Chloe in the mail truck, but unfortunately for him, Diane has maxed out her sneak skill. Obviously, with Tom out of the picture, Diane has a leg up on Chloe. My bad. Chloe wakes up downstairs with her wheelchair chained to the wall, but not restrained in any way, because I guess Diane likes playing on veteran. Chloe just gets out of the chair. Oh shit, I know it's November, but Christmas came early. Because there is literally a gift wrap box of exposition. Plot twist. Chloe isn't the Chloe that we thought she was. Diane's Chloe that we saw at the beginning of the movie passed only 2 hours after being born. So Diane just stole another child. That just so also happens to have complications at birth. Wait. No. Hold on. Yeah, I guess my bullshit detector is broken. Why would Diane, who's so invested in this, keep everything that could jeopardize her life in jail and her life with Chloe in a fucking box with her name on it? What, she has a past tense fetish? You know what turns me on when I'm committing crimes? Evidence. I would say Diane has gone off the deep end, but she's not even in the pool anymore.
I protected you.
She's gone that silent ballistic while she's mixing paint thinner and chocolate, like, I said I'm fine. Nope, nope, I said I'm fine. Nope, 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 I said I'm fine. I don't know why Diane keeps underestimating Chloe, knowing how resourceful she is. Oh, you missed it.
There's that word again.
Next scene is pretty wild. Diane is trying to convince Chloe to let it all go and they can move past it. But it's obvious she can't come to terms with what she's done, and Chloe just calls her out on it.
You didn't do this for me. You did this for you.
Diane puts it in a syringe, and Chloe makes a break for it and crawls to the storage room and manages to lock the door. But it's only a matter of time before Diane goes to get her keys to get in. Alright, so since Chloe used her phone a friend, I'm gonna use my lifeline and ask the audience, pop quiz. What do you think she's gonna do that she's locked in the closet? A. Game end herself with a chug jug. B. Pretend to forgive Diane. C. Put something together to fight back. Or D. Forgive Diane and move on. I'll give you a second. Put your answer in the comments. Chloe does the unexpected. Drinks the bottle just to spite Diane. It's A. If you got it right, what do you win? Nothing! So Diane is forced to take Chloe to the hospital to get her stomach pumped. And since she's a high-risk patient, Diane can't see her.
As an adolescent, immediately categorizes her as a high-risk patient.
A mental health physician needs to evaluate Chloe.
Chloe wakes up, and the side effects of what she's done, she can't really talk or move. I don't know why, but this face just gets me every time.
Ain't no more love to give out. It's only enough for me now.
But eventually she gets enough strength to ring the bell to get the doctors who's in the room attention and starts to write a note for her. Out of nowhere, there's a code blue patient emergency and the doctor is needed. Gee, I wonder who could have done that. Obviously, Diane steals her from the hospital and Chloe's still immobile. She can't even talk, and so she's wheeled down the hallway passing people that can help her and can't say a thing, which is just terrifying to think about. The doctor Chloe was writing a note for comes back and finds that Chloe's gone, but she managed to write mom with the crayon and security's on that ass. When Chloe looks at the Washington banner, you can see the emotion and feel her realization in that moment that she'll never have the life that she wants and deserves if she doesn't do something right now. So she summons everything that she has and uses her legs to stop Diane from pushing the wheelchair until security comes. When security gets there, Diane is clearly outgunned and tries to pull the gun on him, and it goes how you'd expect it to. Cut to 7 years later. Chloe is married and able to walk short distances with a cane. She's a doctor, she does prosthetics, and she seems to have shaken off the trauma well and even has a daughter of her own. Chloe is visiting Diane, who seemingly survived, seemingly bedridden and unable to even speak, and right before the credits roll, we see something eerily familiar. I recognize those. I'll just let Chloe say it.
I love you, Mom. Now open wide.
Let's be honest. Do we really feel bad for Diane? I thought the movie was great, and every time I watched it, I noticed something that I hadn't noticed before. Clearly, it's not perfect, but Sarah Paulson and Kiera Allen overshadow anything that's wrong with the movie by a long shot, as well as the directing. Even spoiled, if you haven't go see it, go watch it. It's excellent. 7.5 out of 10. This is your second reminder to leave a like if you enjoyed your time in the classroom, and subscribe if you're new. If you could do me a favor, take that hand sanitizer, apply it real thoroughly, and backhand that noti bell for all my latest content. That's a long enough outro. It's Prof. I'm out of here.
Can be replaceable. There's 100 different bitches trying to take your place, so please think about that when you in my face, girl. I'm not trying to play with you. It's time you better wake up and know that makeup you got on, baby, don't cover up what you said to me, girl.